evening, everyone, and welcome to the Telecom Review Gala Award Dinner. If you would please take your seats. And I am going to ask Mr. Toni Eid and Hatem Dowidar to come up for a fireside chat to introduce us to what's new and exciting here. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Let me start. Okay, 2022 marked a lot of changes and new development at EAND. From rebranding to acquisitions, making EAND a leading global technology company. Congratulations. Tell us more about all this development, especially why EAND bought shares in Vodafone and the acquisition of grocers and all others, so on. Please.
This is one question, or this is the whole chat?
No, this one question only. We can add more, no problem.
Okay, so let me first start by apologizing that I'm not as dashing as many of you here, but I actually landed this morning straight to the office and then straight here, so this is more the travel outfit rather than the black tie event that this is supposed to be. So apologies to all of you for that. So I think this year was not a big change for EAND. It was the birth of EAND as a brand. And this happened because we have an ambition to really create a technology powerhouse that starts from the region, that starts from the UAE, and become global. We have a long history. Etisalat was in the market for 46 years. We operate in 16 markets. But overall, we have always been focused on telecom as our key competence. And over the years, and a lot of familiar faces here from the industry know how things were, 20 years ago, telecom companies were everything, and all the internet companies that are the giants of today were very small then. And we kind of, over the time, became more commoditized, became more almost of a utility. And we used the time in the pandemic to stop and think where we want to be. And based on that, we came up with this new strategy that we are going to become a technology company. And we are not delusioned that we become Microsoft or we become Amazon, because these have become giants in their own space. But there are lots of other technology companies working in many areas that have many challenges that we have the solutions to. So we have the customer base, we have the financing, and having these two today can mean a big success in lots of adjacencies that we're looking at, and even beyond these adjacencies. So we started by having the strategy from last year, and part of that strategy was getting a more fresh brand that is more international looking, and hence Etisalat and more became EAND. So the E in EAND stands for Etisalat. But the AND stands for lots of things, because we're going to be telecom and technology and consumer and enterprise and a lot of other things. So this is where the AND came.
Is dangerous because and so
and
on.
Everything
and so on.
is and.
It's open.
And so on.
Unlimited.
And so on and so forth. So also with this strategy, we had to restructure the company. So we moved from being just one operating company to becoming a holding company, an investment company with verticals. And I think over the last couple of days, you've met a few of the leaders of the company now. I think part of that strategy as well is I'm trying to outsource more of the work. So now as we have more verticals, I'm hoping I have to work less and they have to work more. And actually one of my colleagues here, I was telling him this and he said, yeah, and the result of this, I have disc now. So I have a disc in my back. So I'm hoping, that we have less injuries in the team as we go forward. So with this new strategy, we looked at how we can go into different technology areas. So I think in the space of consumer, for example, we acquired control of Stars Play, Grocer. There are a few more that you'll hear about soon. In enterprise, early on, even before the rebranding, we acquired Help AG in the cybersecurity space. And there are a number of other acquisitions that you'll also, and joint ventures that we'll be hearing about in the coming days. But we are also exploring in the telecom space ways to grow. And we found a good opportunity to get exposure to European market by investing in the biggest European telco, which is Vodafone. And hence, we announced in May acquiring 9.8% of Vodafone. And actually, the day before yesterday, we passed the 11% mark in terms of ownership. And that makes us, by quite a bit, the biggest shareholder.
Very nice. Good luck. Are you looking for more acquisitions, especially that you had intention to increase your share in Mobile in KSA in Saudi?
That's correct. We have made an offer to the Mobile board, and therefore, after that, we have applied to the regulator and the Capital Markets Authority in the Kingdom to make an offer to acquire more shares of Mobile. Until this moment, we have not heard back yet. There are lots of, I think this is a process where everyone is learning, because this is the first time a company of that size gets a proposal to acquire or to be acquired by a non-Saudi entity. So everybody's learning in the process.
The purchase promise, it was to acquire in total of over 51%, over 50%?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So you will have full control of the management as
That's the intention.
Oh,
absolutely.
that's very nice, very nice. What's next for the group of companies?
I think we are still, so despite, I think we have done quite a bit this year, but this is still the very first year of really putting our new strategy into play. So expect to see in the coming years changes, new products being introduced to the market, and also more acquisitions. Not only telecom acquisition, but a lot of tech acquisitions. Companies that really augment what we do and where we can create the synergies to grow much faster. I can tell you, for example, when we're looking at the fintech space, and we have just recently rebranded Etisalat Cash to become Ian Money. So the e-wallet, when it became Ian Money, became really a different product, because we're offering more and more services and more to come on that. But what we have done as well is that we have started looking at what is the difference between us being a fintech and normal startups. And the big advantage we have is the customer base. So when we're looking in the market, normal fintech companies, it can cost them maybe up to $20, $30 to acquire a single customer, while for us, we already have the customer and we can grow the base very, very fast. So I expect to see more and more over the coming years of these acquisitions as we shift slowly from being telecom-centric to become a true technology giant.
Any special focus by region? Let's say your next acquisition will focus Middle East, Africa, Asia, or any opportunity you're open for that?
We're open for anything that goes in line with our strategy, and of course, that has a business case and at the end will make money for our shareholders.
Good luck. And thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It seems they are very hungry.